Hey guys, welcome back to Animal Fact Cafe. I'm Kyla, and today I don't really have a structured episode. I just want to rant about the stupidity of people. My cat keeps eating bugs, so I have to keep re-recording this and making sure it's not a bug that's going to hurt him. But yeah, the stupidity of people involving animals. Someone in my life didn't know what an alpaca was, thought it was a bird, so that's concerning. How many of you know what an alpaca is? Just out of curiosity. Because that was very fucking concerning. Yeah. So, another thing that happened, let me sip this real quick, was I was at work and we had a client that we fit in. Their dog was like crying out and like being weird, whatever. So we bring the dog in. The dog's all hunched. We suspect back pain. So we give the owner some meds and then we give him a written script for a med that we don't have because it's a human medication. I hand the prescription to the guy. He's like, okay. And then I'm like, all right. He's like, wait, you're not giving this to me? And I'm like, why would I hand you the fucking prescription if we had it in the hospital? And then he's like, well, where do I get it? And I was like, a pharmacy? But I don't understand. I don't even know where to go. Like, do I call them? I'm like, wherever you get your own fucking meds, if you're not on any fucking meds, pick a pharmacy. And he's like, well, I don't understand. Why can't I just get it here? And I was like, because we don't have it. And he was like ranting and bitching, whatever. Then I go check him out, whatever. Realize he left his meds behind, so I go chasing him. He's on the phone with what I assume is the pharmacy. And they're like, hey, the pharmacy had told him, I guess, that they can't fill this medication over the phone because it was like a controlled medication, which I didn't put that together because he was asking me so many fucking stupid questions that like I couldn't even process what I was telling him because my brain was like, huh? So he said that he'd have to bring it in person or the vet would have to call it in. He's like, well, can the vet call it in? I'm like, no, she's literally in an appointment across the hallway. You can literally see her in there. And he's like, well, that means I have to go take this in. And I was like, yep, you're going to have to do that. And he goes, oh my God. And let me tell you this man had to be at least 50, 60 years old, maybe older. And he's throwing a temper tantrum over going to the pharmacy. Now, I understand. I fucking hate going to the pharmacy. I hate it. I have to go a lot because I have a lot of issues. And it's really fucking annoying, but I'm not going to rant with my doctor's office and be like, well, why can't you give it to me? Like, and then on the same day, I was already having a shitty day because just my life right now is garbage, but we're not going to get into that because I could make a whole podcast over my life because it's literally a joke. This guy comes in with a German Shepherd puppy. Now, I'm not a fan of German Shepherds, and I know a couple really sweet German Shepherds. And it's not the breed that I hate, it's the people that get them. Because it seems like people who are not, how do I put this? People who don't know what they're getting themselves into get German Shepherds, and they are like, why is this dog fucking insane? Now, if you literally went on your fucking phone and typed in German Shepherd breed information, I guarantee you one of the first things that would pop up would be working dog, lots of energy, needs socialization, needs a job, needs something to fucking do. And people will get them as house dogs, which there's nothing wrong with that, but you gotta do shit with them. They are not a sit in the house, be lazy dog. Like, yes, there are some that are, but most of the time they need something to do, or they are anxious little fuckers. So that's a whole rant on its own. People getting working dogs and not realizing what the fuck they're doing. So, this guy, the doctor warned us, it was a tech appointment, and was like, this guy's a fucking idiot. This guy got this dog, doesn't know what to do with it. The dog is not even a year old yet, and is an idiot. So, we go in, and we're very fear-free. So, if you don't know what that means, we try not to, like, hold the dogs down unless we have to, and we like to give lots of treats. Or, if the dog's really fucking stressed out, we're like, hey, come back, and we'll give you some drugs. And to calm them down a little bit. So this dog, known for being crazy, there's like hella notes on the account about like give treats, give lick mat, doesn't like restraint, blah, blah, blah. So I go and give the dog the lick mat. And the guy already starts bitching like, well, what are you doing? What's taking so long? Why are you standing there? And the tech was like, well, we're trying to wait for her to, like, relax a little bit before we fucking stab her with this vaccine. And he was like, well, what are you waiting for? And I don't know why, but that just, a man talking down to me just instantly flipped something in my brain. So I didn't hurt the dog, but I literally, like, what do you call that? Put the dog in a headlock, hold her down, and then the tech quickly stabs the dog, and then we're done. Now, I don't like doing that because it stresses the dog out. But this guy was just not letting his dog relax. He's like, well, what is taking so long? Why are you standing there? You're going to be faster than that. And I was like, all right, let me show this motherfucker something. Because it seems to be always men that come in and they think that because we're all women. I work with one man, by the way. But because most of us are women, that we can't hold their dogs or that we don't know what we're doing. So, like, in the moment, I was like, look, bitch, I can hold your dog down better than you can. I saw you coming in with this dog, and the dog is all over the fucking place. But look, we try not to do that because it gives the dogs anxiety. How would you feel if you went to the doctor's office and they're like, all right, we're going to hold you down to give you this vaccine? So, there's that. And then just the stupidity around wildlife is crazy. So, like, every time I go to the zoo, I am astonished by the amount of shit that people don't know about, like, animals that are literally in their backyard. Like, people are looking at animals and they're, like, teaching their kids the wrong names while they're at the zoo, which is meant to teach you what the animal is. And they'll be, like, pointing at something and be like, oh, that's a monkey, and it's not a fucking monkey. Or they'll be like, oh, that animal has rabies, you can't get near it. And it's just, that's why there's this whole stigma around, like, raccoons and possums, because, you know, even I grew up, everybody's like, oh, they have rabies, they're bad. And then for some reason, humans' instincts, instead of getting to know something about an animal, is to kill it. And that just really pisses me off, because it's like, oh, this thing's terrifying, let's kill it, instead of realizing what they do. Like possums, for example, they fucking eat a shit ton of ticks. Ticks suck. Ticks give us diseases. They fucking bite, and their bites suck, and they're just little motherfuckers that suck ass. And possums eat them. And they also barely contract rabies. Yes, it can happen, but it's very not common, and I've said this many fucking times, because of their body temperature. I think it's too low to contract it most of the time. It's a very low chance. And not every animal that you fucking see has rabies. Like, I'm so sick of hearing that. Okay. And then another thing that is on my mind is pesticides, rodent killer, whatever the fuck you would like to call it. So I know some people that don't like squirrels. Don't even get me started. So instead of, you know, coming up with a logical plan to keep squirrels off the bird feeder, they're like, let's just put poison out and kill all of them. And then people forget that when you do this, you're not just killing squirrels, you're killing rabbits, you're killing mice, you're killing birds, or whatever the fuck else is gonna eat whatever ate the pesticide. So if you think of it this way, you don't like mice. You put out a mouse trap that's poison. The mouse eats the poison, dies. A hawk swoops down, eats the mouse, contracts the poison. And it just keeps going up in the fucking food chain. And eventually, sometimes that gets to us. Think about, like, the water. When you put pesticides on your plants and the rain comes, it washes that shit in the water. And then it gets in the fish. And then you eat the fish. And then you're eating the fucking pesticides. And it's just a whole, like, the world is literally a giant cycle. We are constantly cycling. Like, everything is a fucking cycle. The water cycle, the weather cycle. Like, the food chain. Things like that. Like, we as humans literally fix a problem by creating 800 other fucking problems that were literally avoidable. Now, yes, I understand mice are annoying sometimes, and they chew up things or whatever, but you forget that you built a house on their fucking land. Like, the mice have been here way before you even were a thought. So, why the fuck, what did they do to you? Like, I can't. And then people are going to probably come for me and be like, well, you eat meat and all of that. Yes, I do. But I'm not purposely going out of my way to go poison an animal because it's kind of annoying. Like, There's people that are fucking annoying, but, you know, that's inhumane to do something to them. You kind of just put up with it. So, like, I don't get it. Also, just be nice to animals. Like, you wouldn't be here without 95% of the wildlife that's here. You would not be alive. You just, like, and I understand not liking certain animals. I'm not a big fan of snakes, but you're not going to see me going out of my way to fucking poison and kill them. I don't like bugs, but again, I'm not walking outside fucking killing bees and stuff. Bees terrify me, but bees do a lot of good. We wouldn't have fruits and vegetables without bees. We wouldn't have a lot of flowers without bees. So, like, I don't get it. Also, be nicer to your vet staff. That's where we're going to end off today. I hope you guys enjoyed my rant. That felt great, getting that off of my chest. And this episode is in, like, 3 different recordings, so that's going to be super fun for me to edit. It's hair on me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.